Hey YouTube. I will try to make this very quick because I didn't want to do this video inside at all. But I'm standing in front of my neighbor's house and I don't think they really notice it, but they have really bright lights. Um, anyway, um, I am in a crisis here and I am bisexual. And I came up to my mother on Thursday and it was very difficult. I was so emotional. I got a negative reaction from her, but I think she's just trying to get used to seeing me like this and just not really taking it all in. I think she's just trying to forget about it. But I have a crush on someone at work, and here's his backstory. He's a very nice looking young man, and when I first started working at the movies in October, he posted on his status, he said, if you have a crush on me, send me something in my inbox, either a heart or a smiley face. That means you have a crush on me. I'm sorry for being so jumpy, but yeah, when I read that, I wanted to send it immediately, but I didn't. So it was like 12 midnight when I saw it, and I was like, well, maybe before the day is over, you know, I'm going to send it to him. So I waited a while, and I just went and asked for some advice from some of my gay friends and my cousin who is gay. And she told me, she was like, well, I think you should do it. And a lot of my other friends were like that too. They was like, well, that's the only way he'll know. But the first night we started working with each other, he was giving off signs, like a vibe, that he actually liked me. Like, I thought it was obvious because he kept looking at me so much and, he couldn't take his eyes off me and, that type of thing. He brought a girl around and I went online and I looked for some different signs if a guy likes you. I mean, it's the same thing if a girl has a crush on the guy or if a guy has a crush on the girl. You can still use the same advice and run with it. So after that, it said if a guy brings a girl around you, he's probably trying to make you jealous, or um, if he, if he tries to make a joke and everyone else in the room laughs and he looks at you to see if you're laughing, and then maybe he might like you. Things like that. Or if he looks at you and you look at him and he suddenly looks away really fast, then that means he might like you. Now, he does that a lot. So I'm thinking that maybe he might like me or maybe he might not. So later that day, I sent him a heart. And, because my cousin told me that, well, I think you should do it. That's the only way he'll know. So later that night at work, I actually talked to him and I asked him if he was mad because he looked like he was having a really bad day. And after that, I just, I was kind of nervous because I didn't know if he saw the message. That's why I questioned him about it. And, we talked and he was like, no, I'm not mad at you. Why would you say that? And I was like, well, because you didn't respond to my message on Facebook. And he was like, well, I don't read my messages online. I only be on there for like 2 minutes and then I get off. But you gotta catch me when I'm on there. So after that, he just, he was very nice from there, and he told me that, I'm gonna get a chance and look at it. And so I was working for like an hour after that, and then I came back out of my screen where I was cleaning. I seen him stacking candy in the concession stand area, and he looked very upset about something. So I'm guessing he went on his phone and went through Facebook and maybe saw, the message and just freaked out at the fact that I had a crush on him. And, he just didn't say anything. And then I stood outside, and it's a big glass door. Like, he can see me, and I can see him. So he was talking on the phone while he was putting something in the freezer in the front area and by the doors. And he looked at me, like squinched his eyes at me with a really mean face. And I just got really nervous, and I was like, this is not good. I was panicking. I didn't want to go back on Facebook, and, I kept checking it, so I stayed on there for so long until I could see him sending me a message. And after that, he wrote me the next morning around 9 o'clock because I could tell by what it said. And he said, I am not gay in any way, shape, or fashion. So I broke out in tears because I'm like, okay, I don't know how he feels. I don't know what's going to happen to me at work. I don't know if he's going to tell anyone. And I messaged him and I was saying, okay, well, now things are going to be awkward between us. And, we are not going to be the same anymore. And I'm just asking you not to tell anyone because I feel uncomfortable. He was like, okay, then I'm not going to say anything. And then a month later, I saw something on Facebook because we were still friends. He never deleted me because of that, because that's how nice he is. So he wrote, the Lord knows that I'm dreaming about paper. And he's talking about money. So after he said that, I commented on his status saying, just pray and keep believing in God, and, your dreams are going to come to pass, and keep following them and always follow your heart. My friend, like that. Then after that, he sent me a notification, and he was commenting on the status too. And then he sent me a message behind it, and I was like, oh my God, I can't believe he sent me this. I'm so happy. And, I got really nervous, so I didn't open it. But then I logged back on and I opened it anyway to see what he said. He was like, dog, you really blowing me. You know, you need to chill out. And then that's all he wrote. Then he said, say, bruh, in the message. He said, say, bruh, I'm not going to tell you this one time and one time only. Keep my name out your mouth, and I'm not gay, and things like that. And he said, don't say anything and we won't have any problems. So basically he just threatened me. And then the night after that, we went to work, and my managers called me in and they told me about what happened, and they said that he felt uncomfortable around me. But he seemed fine after they told him that, they talked to me about the situation. So I was a little bit pissed off by that, and I was also embarrassed because my manager was like, wow, I don't even know how to start this conversation because it's kind of awkward. So then I started explaining to him, but they told me who the guy was, and he was like, he's a really nice guy, and I know it's hard to be rejected, but don't go around asking for advice at work. And, a lot of rumors are going around about you guys, and just try not to, just stay out of trouble is what he told me. And then I left the office, and he was like, well, you can talk to us about anything, just don't talk to the other employees because they all have big mouths and stuff like that. So I took him up on his word, and after that, I was just really shocked. It's like I wasn't comfortable at all, but he was back to normal. He just didn't want to be around me. And now we're at the point where he's being really nice. He's not telling me anything. He's just more like, just I'm giving him his space, and I'm also just watching everything he's doing. So since then, I've been okay pretty much. But I think about this guy all the time. He's just always on my mind. He told me when we first started working that he was going to Spain to play basketball overseas, and it's really heartbreaking. And I don't know, he told me he was going this month, which is in March, but it's only been a few days since we've been in March, and I haven't said anything to him. And he told me ever since the whole Facebook incident, I tried to talk to him, and I was like, did you get my last message I ever sent you? And I was telling him in the message that I hope there's no hard feelings, and I hope that, you know, you can look past this and we can be friends type of thing. And he didn't say anything, you know, but my manager called me over to look at a problem in the freezer or whatever, and he was cleaning up or stacking something on the counter, and I was standing right next to him, and he probably told me what the problem was, and I thought everything was cool at that point. And, you know, after that, he told me, dog, chill out, I don't want to hear it type thing. He just said, I don't want to hear it in a rough voice. Like, I'm in control type thing, you know. But I'm afraid of my coworkers finding this video or my stepfather finding this video, because my stepfather doesn't know that I'm bisexual, and, you know, my coworkers might show this to him and they might start talking about it at work, and he'd be like, what video? Because I already made a video about somebody else before and it became a problem, you know. But anyway, you guys, right now he's just been really sweet. He's been nice. You know, he hasn't said anything to me, you know, that type of thing. And I can't stop thinking about him. And it's going to break my heart if he leaves and not ever say anything to me, you know. I just really need your advice, you guys, on what to do. Should I let it go, or should I try to talk to him again, or just keep having faith that he might come around? Or do you think he might come around? Just leave a comment below and tell me what you think I should do. But I just thank you guys. This is my first video on YouTube. And let me know how I look. Am I attractive or am I not to you? I mean, everyone is free to their own opinions and they can speak their mind. You know, so I won't be offended if you say I'm not attractive. But I know what I am. So, you know, peace, love, and happiness. So, be safe, you guys, and God bless. Thank you so very much.